I have with me Wynette and Nicholas Johnson, who are practitioners of the body code, the emotion code since 2013. And my name is Coach Milijana, and I had the pleasure to actually experience the heart wall removal session with you, and then also body code, emotion code sessions. And I am so inspired by your mission this year to release 1,000 hearts. That you receive this mission that is very important and some great benefits from receiving this free session. And one thing that I love is where you said, like, we believe the heart belongs to God, and that's why we donate this time and the hearts to God, to the Creator, or to an infinite intelligence, whatever is honorable to anybody. So I want to support your mission. I want to have as many people see this video and then book a free session with you. And of course, it's for you. It's anybody that wants to receive a free session, which normally is about $100+. And then if you do feel inspired, of course, you can share a donation if it's on your heart. And so I want to just hear a little bit about the mission, the body code, the heart wall release, why it's important for raising the global consciousness. And also, with your background, which is wonderful, both being scientist, registered nurse, you, Wynette, Nicholas, a geologist and a scientist, both are musicians. So very incredible background. So please share, like, what is your mission? Why is it important?
Well, I think this has been a long time in the making. I started as a registered nurse. I always wanted to be able to help people navigate through their healing. And then as I met this young fellow, it was wonderful. Nicholas, he's my second husband. I wore the first one out. I was too much energy for him. But Nicholas is
I
wonderful.
think you're just right. You're just right. And
Yeah,
the right puzzle piece found you and you found him.
right. So what happened was, um, I learned cranial sacral therapy as a way to help people heal. We had a client that had had 27 bones that were broken in a traffic accident, and Nicholas had had an accident as well. And there's a lot of scar tissue, and that was very wonderful to help us find and release restrictions in their body. So being a nurse and a scientist, I want to understand how things work. And so the cranial sacral therapy is amazing at helping you find and release those toxic restrictions in movement. And then I was working on a patient, and they said, "Oh, well, you just released somato. I did a somato emotional release on this woman." And she says, "Oh, did you have you ever read the book The Emotion Code?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, it's a wonderful book. Dr. Bradley Nelson, a retired um, chiropractor, has the same mission as you, trying to find and release restrictions to movement and allow the body to heal itself." And so that was my next step, was to go learn about the body code. So I have the nurse, and then the cranial sacral therapist, and then the body code, which is so awesome. And the emotion code help us elegantly release toxic emotions one at a time. We find them, they vibrate, so we know we got the right one, and then we snatch it out. And the interesting thing is the therapy is not directed by me, it is directed by you, Miliana. You are the one, your body would be the one that would help us find and release the things that are ready. Have you ever played pick up sticks? Where you get the sticks and you drop them, and it looks like a haystack,
Mhm.
and you have to pick one out at a time. And as you take each one out, you lose your turn if you make the stack wiggle, right? So you have to very carefully do it. Well, who best to do that than your inner physician, directed by God? That inner voice that knows what you need now. As we pick these things off one at a time. So the heart wall, the same thing. Your unconscious mind made a wall to protect your loving heart. And in order to find and release those emotions, we use muscle testing, which is
Kinesiology.
kinesiology. I call it the truth reflex. And then that way we can sort through our big list of 60 emotions and find them one at a time, which one is ready and which one's right for you to have removed at that time. And it's so elegant, it's so joyful because it's like, wow, we would never find it any other way so quickly.
Yeah, and it's
It's so
remote.
beautiful.
You can do it remotely. Like you're in the US, I'm in Europe. I send you all my loving people and friends. And I had a wonderful experience, unexpected, when I had no idea what the body or emotion code was. And then when our common friend introduced us, and she said that this is your mission this year, I'm like, I want it. I don't know what it is, but my whole being was like, I'd love to experience it. And it was so interesting that half an hour after our session, I had an encounter with a person that was so dear to my heart, and we haven't seen each other for a long, long time. And again, it was absolutely no coincidence. It was so divinely orchestrated, and it's I like the combination of the science and the spirit, which now is like the quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Like it's proving that it exists. Like with your work, with Dr. Nelson, with Dr. Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza. So a lot of science now points to that in a work. So and then Nicholas, you also wanted to share something a bit about the body code, your mission, that I would love also everybody to see and hear.
Yes, I have our logo for our business, Artesian Wellness. Here it is. Artesian Wellness, optimal health springs from within. Begin the healing process through body code therapy. Release anxieties and empower the body to self-correct. Enhance the body's immune response with 100% natural organic supplements. Respect the divine nature of every individual. Evoke and witness the release of trapped pain and suffering by inviting and accepting the Savior's atonement into all areas of our lives.
Mhm.
That's our logo.
Can we see it?
Oh, yes, you can see it. It's our motto. We,
Yeah. Optimal health. Yeah, and it's interesting. There's so many beautiful modalities that can really help that, as you would call it, the inner physician, our body go back to optimal well-being,
mhm.
emotional, mental, physical. And also, I'm curious, as one of the kind of things that you see, why is it important to release all these hearts? What will it do to the individual? What will it do to the
Oh,
world? Because I remember you mentioning it, it really does influence consciousness on a small and on a grand scale.
well, as we collect, emotional baggage, everybody seems to understand that. Our unconscious mind will want to protect your loving heart from from damage. I mean, your heart's the most important thing, in your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
And so unconsciously, like uh it'll take emotions, right?
Like
And it'll
anytime like
make
there's
a
a
wall.
trauma or pain or
Right.
hurt or betrayal. Yeah.
It's already using those emotions. It's keeping them at bay, and you trapped it, and your body didn't know how to deal with it. So it says someone is going to come along. I like to tell a brief story. It's it's a made up story, but it's could happen to anybody. Let's say you're 4 or 5 years old, and this helps us understand how you trap an emotion, and you say, Mother, I want to have a jump rope. I need a jump rope, right? I need to have a jump rope. And so, but she says, you're kind of young for a jump rope. No, I want to, because all your friends are older. They're jumping and they're doing double dutch and all that. And then what happens? What happens? So you get the jump rope and you take a couple jumps, and it's so hard, and you get to jump rope caught up in your legs, and then you trip and fall. It was such a great fall that everybody watching is going, wow, I wish I had that on video. That'd go viral, wouldn't it? That was such a good fall.
Mhm.
But then they make fun of you and they hurt your feelings, and you're gonna cry because you're thinking failure and humiliation and all these toxic emotions. And then but who comes up right then in the nick of time? Nicholas comes up, Grandpa, and he says, "Oh, what's going on here?" And you say, "Oh, I can't do the jump rope." And then he says, "Oh, today is your lucky day, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, today's your lucky day. Grandpa is the best jump rope coach in the world. And I can teach you all my tricks and you'll be the best jump rope. You won't have to worry about any of those people. And sure enough, you do a couple jumps and the children, she goes, "Oh, I can do this." And the other ones watching are going, we'll just leave them alone. They're just being silly. So what happens is that you don't trap that emotion of humiliation and failure. But what did he do? He supported you. He's touching your governing meridian and releasing that toxic energy. And so just like in the Bible or in other scriptures, it'll say support, what do? You're supposed to mourn with those who mourn and comfort those that stand in need of comfort, because this is the natural way to release toxic emotions so that they don't get trapped and you don't carry them as a burden. Sometimes you need 2 or 3 people or even 4 to help get enough energy to get those emotions so they don't trap. But it's awesome. And so he can support that healing, just like with the cut on our knee, you wash the cut, you
Yeah.
put a bandage on it, you're supporting. Who does the healing of the cut?
It's the
It's
body,
your
it's
body.
the intelligence of the
Yeah.
cells. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to tell the cells what to do. The body just knows.
Exactly. And so with the emotions that get trapped, no one was there. Grandpa was not there to help. So what happened is your body says, "Okay, I'm going to hold this here. I won't let it get to the heart. I'm going to take care of it." And we just wait.
Yeah.
40, 50 years. We'll wait till someone comes and releases it. So let's say something bigger happens that's not the jump rope, that like maybe betrayal, somebody lied to you, something really big, and you cry for an hour, and your unconscious mind goes, "Oh my gosh, I can't have that. That really hurt her heart.
Builds
We're
even
going to have
more.
to do something." So you create a wall, and the wall's creative from all these little bits, little bricks and littler things, and pulls that in front of your heart. The consequence is, though, that your heart now has to struggle to get the good emotions out
And
and
in.
in,
Yeah.
but it does block the dark energy so they don't hurt you so much. So you're numb to both good and bad. And so our goal is to, by releasing these hearts from the darkness around them, that their light, their inner light will be able to shine more completely. And then that will, like smiles are contagious. So all of a sudden, you're going to have a lot of contagion of smiles and happiness and joy because of you can see it. It's
The
not hidden
authenticity.
behind a wall.
And
So,
what I've noticed and heard as well is like that level of true authenticity where people well, you are your real self, and it might need, I think, a few days for integration. And one person, a friend of a friend, that did a session with you. The next day, they went out, went to the gym, didn't believe it does anything because you don't really feel anything. It's just nice to know that somebody cares about you, your heart, and has the mission to free it. And everybody was telling that person something's different about you. You're radiating. You're glowing. You're beautiful. You're this. And it's like there's nothing different than what I've done than have my heart wall released. So it's very, very gentle, very elegant, and I really love your mission. I believe in your mission, and you're just creating this huge gift by saying like we want to release 1,000 hearts for free in the world. And there's some people have 15 emotions, some people have 25, some people have more. But it is individual, and you use muscle testing, which is also was created or popularized by Dr. David Hawkins, who is also
mhm.
he's a medical doctor now, passed away. Incredible work. So it's a beautiful, elegant yet powerful technique that can really help people. So my invitation is when you see this video, get in touch with Wynette and Nicholas. The website is wynettejohnson.com, or under the video, receive the gift of having your heart released or heart wall released for free, and share it with other people you know. If you feel it, it's for you. Just sometimes we need to learn to receive a gift, because then we become the gift in the world and pay it forward.
Oh, and Nicholas always says, remember, children have hearts too,
Oh yes, and heart
and
walls.
and heart walls. And what do you tell him? It's he's shy,
Okay,
camera shy.
okay. They have very few because they have not had time to accumulate all those emotions that adults have.
It's just like so giving your child a gift
Yes.
of a body code, a heart wall release will give them a shield to protect their hearts for their whole life. So they'll never create a wall blocking their love and their joyous feelings. And so what a gift to give your children, a shield of protection and release the wall they have so they never have to deal with that. We always get permission from parents. You can't just have grandma give me a list of 20 people. We have to have the parents' permission
Yes.
in order to do it. But we do also do remote sessions where people are very busy, and we understand that. So we need their name, their email that's valid, and we'll check it, and then the date of their birth year is most important.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would we'll do the session to release their wall, and then type up their transcript of their session so they can have it to review.
Yeah, yeah. And many people have found like, oh wow, something really happened at that age and that emotion. So things make sense. So thank you so much for sharing. And one more thing I remember is that it's also very much based on the work by from the Heart Math Institute in California, that
Mm.
is also able to measure the electromagnetic field of the heart, and how the work, the one as you do, it really influences the health of the energetic field, which can of course influence the physical and emotional mental health. So I feel so grateful that I know you. I have many code sessions, emotion code sessions, because I love to receive as much support as I can in my journey, as I also love to contribute to others. It's receiving and giving. And if you want to receive a free session, reach out to Wynette and Nicholas and receive some wonderful gifts for your heart. Thank you.
Thank you.